What is up, guys? It's me, Zach Lee, back bringing some more daily NBA recaps. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. And by the way, you guys gently tapped the heck out of that like button yesterday. Give yourselves a round of applause for that one. Thanks for showing so much support for the channel and for the series. And today's goal is to backwards tap that like button as quickly as possible. Give it a nice back tap one time for the one time. Anyways, we got 10 games of NBA action that we gotta go over today, so let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into this. Let's go. And the first game that we have to go over today is the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Detroit Pistons. And unlike back in 04, this time it was the Los Angeles Lakers coming away with the win, 113-100 behind, get this, Kyle Kuzma having a career night, scoring 41 points against the team that he used to watch play as a kid. He says that one of his favorite moments in basketball history was watching those 04 Pistons beat the Los Angeles Lakers. And now the man just dropped 41 points against his hometown team. Kind of ironic how he dropped 41 and his favorite moment was the Pistons beating the Lakers back in 04, a series in which Detroit won 4-1. 41, 4-1, get it? Yeah. Anyways, after this game, head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, Luke Walton, says that he believes that this Lakers team has grown so much in the absence of LeBron James, with other guys stepping into the roles and playing a heck of a lot better. Of course, this time, it was Kyle Kuzma dropping a career-high 41 points. Last time, it was Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball. The time before that, it was no one, as they lost pretty badly. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that these Los Angeles Lakers have grown as a team in the absence of LeBron James? Will this time without LeBron make them better in the long run? Let me know down in the comment section below. For our next game of the day, we have two of the hottest teams in the league right now facing off, the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Houston Rockets. And James Harden, of course, the hottest player in the NBA. Of course, he's on a streak right now. We scored at least 30 plus points in every game for the past 13 games. And in a handful of those games, Harden has scored at least 40 points. And last night was no different for James Harden himself, as he notched 42 points in this game against the Bucks, which was his 6th game in the last 8 games with 40 points and his 14th in a row with 30 plus points. Man is right on Kobe Bryant's heel for the most consecutive 30-point game since the NBA-ABA merger. Harden also having 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 9 turnovers as well in this game. That 9 turnovers is something that I'm definitely sure he wishes he could do a bit differently last night. However, even though James Harden did have another one of his 40 plus point games, it was the Milwaukee Bucks who came away with the win, as they used a dominant third quarter to get the 116-109 win over the Houston Rockets. Giannis Antetokounmpo with 27 points, 21 rebounds, and 5 assists last night. And Giannis said something very interesting after the game when he says that taking care of your teammates and taking care of winning are the most important thing. Making sure that your teammates are happy and winning games come before personal achievements, and if you do that, then personal achievements and winning championships, all of that will follow naturally. I think that was really interesting, and I like that mindset from Giannis Antetokounmpo. Next up, though, we have the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I just want to say real quick that the Cleveland Cavaliers are actually in danger of losing their first round pick this year. Okay, so the Golden State Warriors complained to the NBA about the Cleveland Cavaliers signing Patrick McCaw to a contract and then immediately releasing him in favor of Cameron Payne. And what that allowed Patrick McCaw to do was escape restricted free agencies and become an unrestricted free agent, in which he just signed another deal yesterday, basically allowing him to escape the grasp of the Golden State Warriors. That's pretty much it. And the Golden State Warriors complained to the league, so now the league is launching an investigation into the Cleveland Cavaliers. And if the Cavs are found guilty of doing this, then they could lose their first round pick in this year's draft. You guys know how terrible that would be for Cleveland. And speaking of losing, of course, they lost this game too, 140-124 to the New Orleans Pelicans. Anthony Davis once again with a monster game. What else did you expect? 38 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 blocks. And Frank Jackson, this rookie, having his second nice game in a row with 19 points off the bench. And next up was a matchup between two of the most hyped players out of this year's draft class. Of course, you have Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks versus DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns. And even though these two players were very hyped up coming into the NBA, I'd say it's safe to say which one we all know is better, at least right now. Of course, that being none other than Luka Doncic. And Luka Doncic definitely proved this last night as he once again had a phenomenal game. The rookie scoring 30 points to go along with 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals in Dallas's 104-94 win over Phoenix. By the way, Devin Booker is still remaining out with back soreness. And I just want to say that Luka Doncic has been absolutely incredible so far this season. Man's averaging 20 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds per game, shooting the ball extremely well, but more importantly, he's having a very positive impact on the Dallas Mavericks as an organization. Next up though, we have the Washington Wizards attempting to get revenge on the Philadelphia 76ers. Of course, these two teams just played each other in their last game, with the Sixers coming away with the win thanks to Landry Shamet hitting those 8 threes and dropping 29 points. This time though, the result was a bit different, as it was actually the Washington Wizards without John Wall once again coming away with the win, 123-106. Their lead just continued to grow and grow and grow. And that is despite Joel Embiid dropping 35 points and 14 rebounds, because Bradley Beal, get this, in the fourth quarter scored 14 straight points of his 34 points on the night to make sure that the Wizards did win this game. And not only that, but Otto Porter Jr. once again without John Wall continued to play well as well with 23 off the bench. And I wonder if this time spent without John Wall is going to raise Otto Porter Jr.'s trade price a little bit. They might be able to command a little bit more out of teams now that he's showing what he can really do. And our next game of the day was also another attempt at revenge. This time it was the Indiana Pacers attempting to get revenge on the Boston Celtics, as the Celtics had just beat the Pacers the night before, and the Celtics still beat the Pacers last night too, except this time it was even worse, as Boston comes up with a 135-108 blowout win over the Indiana Pacers because of Marcus Morris, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown each scoring at least 20 points. And that right there reminds me of the Boston Celtics team from last year, a team that prided itself in playing great defense, which they did last night against Indiana, but not only that, but a team that was very unselfish and willing to share the ball on offense, share the wealth, everybody get involved. The players who are making the most shots, of course, will score the most points, as this Boston Celtics team did have 32 assists, and like I said, with 3 players each scoring 20 plus points. That is very impressive and a lot more reminiscent of the Boston Celtics team that we were seeing from last year. So the Portland Trail Blazers beat the Chicago Bulls last night, 124-112. What else did you expect? Damian Lillard in this game having a little bit of difficulty finding his shot, only 4 of 12 in the field, but still did finish with 16 points and also dished out 10 assists. He let CJ McCollum do most of the scoring last night, as McCollum dropped 24. For our next game of the day, we got the Utah Jazz taking on the Orlando Magic, and the Utah Jazz got the win in this one, 106-93, thanks to Donovan Mitchell dropping 33 points and 7 assists. And it really seems like Donovan Mitchell over these past few games, well, he's been on and off a bit still, but he's been on a lot more than he has been on to start off the season. He himself has gotten off to a really slow start to the season, and that has impacted the Utah Jazz as they really rely on him on the offensive end. So he's been getting it going a lot more as of late, which is great for Utah because they're going to need him to play a lot better if they are going to make the playoffs this year. The Memphis Grizzlies were able to cool off the San Antonio Spurs a little bit last night, 96-86. Of course, before this, the Spurs were one of the hottest teams in the league, but like I said, the Grizzlies changed that last night, thanks to Marc Gasol dropping 26 points along with 14 rebounds. And DeMar DeRozan did struggle greatly in this game as well, finishing with just 9 points on 4 of 15 shooting. And for what will be the final game of the night. We got the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Atlanta Hawks, and shout out to John Collins continuing to play well for Atlanta this year with 30 points and 14 rebounds, but it was in a loss as the Nets are a better team than the Hawks this season. D'Angelo Russell, another great game with 23 points, and the Brooklyn Nets might be one of the hardest playing teams in the NBA. I just want to put that out there. And that is going to do it for everything that we gotta talk about today though, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then why not go ahead and once again tap that like button one time for the one time. Anyways, it's about that time of the video where we get into the player of the day, aka where I let you guys vote for who you think was the best player in the league last night by clicking the little eye icon at the top right hand corner of the video. Just remember though, the only players whose team won are eligible to win player of the day. And yesterday, claiming what might be his first ever player of the day award, we have Andrew Wiggins and his 40 points and 10 rebounds as he got the Wolves a win over the Thunder. Thank you once again for watching though. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel with post notifications on so you can stay updated with everything that goes on in the NBA on a daily basis. But other than that, I will see all of you right back here tomorrow. But until then, you guys are the real MVPs, and I'm out of here. Peace!